The last couple days, you and I have been talking a lot about resentment.
Yes, and we have both had seasons where we have carried resentment towards one another, and it can still come up.
I think one thing we've thought about a lot is that resentment in the moment can almost feel useful.
Absolutely. Resentment feels like it's protecting me.
Yeah, it protects me from getting hurt again.
From being vulnerable.
But at some point, that thing that's protecting us becomes the thing that really separates us and pulls us apart.
And that's actually the trap. It's not like you decide to wake up one day and like, I'm going to build a wall. It's like little hurts keep adding one brick over and over.
And before you know it, all of a sudden, we're living on opposite sides of that wall.
So today we're talking all about resentment, how it grows, what it protects us from, and how we can slowly begin to take down that wall, and how we've been doing that in our own relationship, and it actually feels really good. Hello all, and welcome to the Relationship Renovation Podcast, where we learn everything healthy relationship skills related, and we talk about our own stuff and how we get through that so we can normalize that all couples experience challenges, lots of them, and how we can support each other and gain those skills so that we can have an awesome relationship. I am Tarah Kerwin.
And my name is EJ Kerwin, and we are going to begin today with something that I think is a little bit of a risk, a little bit
my heart's
vulnerable.
like racing a little.
We're going to start because our episode is all about why resentment keeps us apart, how it sort of appears, why we do it, and maybe even how to begin to pull that wall apart one brick at a time. If you feel like you and your partner keep having the same conversation over and over, if you feel like you keep trying to connect, but you just miss each other, then this is for you.
So many couples are not lacking love. They are, however, lacking a roadmap. They feel overwhelmed, frustrated, and they're trying to figure it out on their own. Trust me, we know.
And now, Tarah and I are coaching couples globally. And honestly, it's become one of our favorite things to do. We're moving couples from me versus you to we. We're helping couples build that healthy, loving connection that they've always wanted.
This isn't about one more communication tool. This is about understanding yourself more deeply, understanding your partner more deeply, developing emotional safety, and building the relationship that you want to have in your life.
And because Tarah and I coach every couple personally, we only have a limited amount of spaces available at any given time. So if you think the coaching might be the right thing for you, we would love to meet you.
You can schedule a complimentary 30-minute discovery call where we hear your story. We tell you about how we do our work, make sure that we're a really good fit.
You can click the link in the show notes, or you can email us at coaching@relationshiprenovation.com.
So please reach out. We would love to walk alongside you.
So we're going to start by sharing a resentment that we carry for each other.
Why do you have to say it in such a cute way?
Yeah. I mean, well, I'm actually
you can start
more
first.
Yeah, well, I'm more
curious.
nervous to share my resentment, I think, than I am to hear what you're resentful about. I feel like I can handle whatever it is that you might share today, but sharing it is the hard part. So I'll start. Probably won't come as a big surprise to you. I resent your anxiety. I resent your anxiety, and when it pops up, it occupies so much space. And then I feel like, and I really try to separate from you, I feel like it takes over our relationship. And I'm caretaking your anxiety versus taking care of you. And the cost of it that I see is I become a poor steward. I don't take care of you well. I'm not supportive then, because if I'm not careful, the minute your anxiety comes up, kind of share one like incident?
Yeah, this
it was
is
last
just
night.
so interesting because I can't wait to share mine.
Yeah.
'Cause it totally
Fits in.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Like last night, so we have the agreement, don't talk about work after like 8 or 9 or whatever. And Tarah noticed that I hadn't done an Instagram message in like almost 2 weeks. And I know like, yeah, I know it's important to do that. But also like I knew her anxiety kicked in right away around it. Like, what's happening? What don't we do? What are we failing at? And then I freeze up because I'm like, okay, like how do I soothe her anxiety?
Yes.
Yeah. And so that's my resentment. My resentment is towards your anxiety.
I'm going to use a really healthy communication skill.
Yes.
Called validation.
All right. Validate me.
I hear that my anxiety and the energy of it causes resentment for you. And that at times it feels like you're caretaking my anxiety and not me.
That is accurate.
Awesome. That's it. There's no need to go any further if you're hearing this and you guys are going to have this resentment conversation. Okay. So interesting.
Give it to me.
I resent your defensiveness to my anxiety.
No kidding. Oh, wow.
And it's
Were you going to say that before?
Yes.
Wow.
Because I was thinking about last night, like, yes, I get anxious because, like if you know us, we have so many moving parts in our lives, from our kids to our podcast, to our coaching business, to our counseling center with 12 staff that we supervise. Like, it's just a lot. And I feel like we're pulled in all these different directions. And so when we're not consistent with things, I'm like, oh, everything's going to unravel. I get a lot of anxiety because you and I don't have enough time to like sit with each other and plan our week and like be on the same page about everything because there's so many moving parts. And like the second I asked, like, oh my gosh, I didn't know that we haven't posted since July 10th. Like, you go into defensive mode, and then I'm like, man, I'm just anxious right now. And then you're like, we do everything consistently. We're really good at doing lots of things. And I'm like, no, I know that. But I'm not talking about that. So you go into defensive justification mode, and that's what I get resentful for. And it doesn't help me because then I go, and we're going to talk about this later, like that story of like, I'll never be able to have a voice. My anxiety will never be okay. Like EJ is going to defend himself until the grave. Like I go into that story, which then creates that fractured emotional safety. I
hear that that you resent my defensiveness that happens when you are feeling anxious, that's difficult because you feel like you'll never really be able to get my support in those anxious moments.
Yes, because what I would really love is like, hey, honey, like what's happening for you? What's it like to know that, like, to really, you can go into your explaining mode after you kind of tend to my anxiety first. Like, hey, I know this creates a lot of anxiety for you. And you know what? I am on it. I just got backtracked a little. Like if you could see me and the anxiety in that moment, that would feel really good. And like for you, because you resent my anxiety, like what do you need? Like how could I say it? Like, because I know what I would need from you. I would need you to tend to like, hey, honey, I can see this is really hard for you. Knowing that you haven't seen a post in a couple of weeks gets you really anxious.
Well, it's interesting because I think we want a similar thing because I don't want to feel like I'm on trial for why. Well, why didn't that happen? And that's your anxiety is talking. It's looking for some answer that I won't be able to give. And so like, I guess I want you to just like, I think I'm hoping that you'll separate yourself from your anxiety for me. Like that you'll be able to say like, okay, this is just me feeling anxious versus you often say, well, this is just my anxiety. And so it's like,
so if I say, because I did say this is my anxiety, I just get anxious.
That is triggering.
Okay,
like
so what could I say?
This is anxiousness. It's like if you separated your anxiety from yourself for me, like, or even if you just said, I'm feeling anxious versus like, this is my anxiety, because then it feels like you're sort of like being like, here, take care of this anxiety.
Yeah. So basically, like, instead of like letting anxiety hijack me, like, hey, EJ, I just noticed like the last post date was July 10th and I'm feeling really anxious. Can we talk about this?
Yeah.
Is that good?
I think it would help.
It would help.
Because I would get a
Can't
context.
predict that you will not be defensive, but at least I'm doing what you said might work. Because then you might be able to give me what I need in that moment, which would be what?
Which is support of the emotional state, not solving the problem.
Yes.
Because, I mean, what happens is sort of rolls into our first point is resentment, because this is, for both of us, this is like a repeating dynamic that happens frequently.
Yes.
Because it could be,
stupid
the anxiety could be about come home and the kids haven't cleaned the kitchen, or
It could be about anything.
it could be about anything, right? Is we both automatically start protecting ourselves.
Yes.
Like resentment is my first statement to myself of like, oh, here it goes again. Like, okay, like whatever emotional state is coming from you in that moment, like I need to protect myself from it, right? Because resentment is built over something that keeps hurting us, something that continues to be a pain point. Like the first time I got defensive, or the first time you became anxious around me, it was just like, oh, that's happening. It was like not as big of a deal, but the hurt that each of us has felt, or the discomfort, the inconvenience, whatever
it is. We built a dictionary, man, a whole book.
Yes, it's happened
It's like
over and
500,
over
yes.
and over. And so what the resentment does is it quickly says like, nope, not going to deal with that. This is just your BS. And that's what both of us do.
And it's safer than being vulnerable. It's safer than being vulnerable because it can dig us into our story that we've written 500 pages, maybe 1,000 pages to. And like, we can like be like, yep, see, this is never going to change.
Because we don't trust that it can be any different.
No, we just want to use factual data.
That's what couples, they're like, resentment is a protective measure in saying like, this is just a dynamic that is just going to keep on. Because if you're resentful about your partner's avoidance, the moment that avoidance comes up, your resentment meets it and says, oh, this same BS again. Are you kidding me?
Because of all that, all the stories we've created and all the hurts we've piled up and all those, again, I like the metaphor of there's another brick.
And it feels useful, right? Like it feels.
It's to me, it's like an energy, like a powerful energy instead of, oh, I can't trust this again. Like, of course this is happening. It like fuels you. Like when I feel resentful, I literally feel angry, right? I feel angry, which feels like that's serving a purpose. Like if the angrier I get, he will know that he has really freaking hurt me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, my resentment feels judgy. It feels like, I'm not even freaking, are you kidding me? It's 9:30 at night. We're talking about freaking some vanity metric on Instagram. I go into that story and it's... And
I go into the story of like, nothing that's important to me is important to you.
Oh, I know that story.
Whether it's my little R&R at home videos, whether it's my Instagram, whether it's my date night, it doesn't matter. Like I go into that story, like, see, only EJ stuff is important to him.
Well, and it keeps us from having a vulnerable connecting moment. And then it also keeps us from actually solving the problem.
Can I share one thing too? If you're listening out there and you can really relate to this dynamic, like our 2 kids were in our room last night and I remember Jojo was like, oh man, like they pick up on it. They can pick up on what's about to happen because it's such a pattern, but because you and I are so much better at not letting it escalate, like within 10, 15 minutes, we were able to let go. But I just remember like it's so important because I'm like, man, the kids feel that resentment and they want to caretake it or get away from it. And it just reminds me of like all my childhood trauma. I'm like, I don't want I want them to see resentment because it's like just a part of like who we are and like unmet needs in relationships. But I also want them to see that we can get through this like in a short amount of time and be okay and still go on to watch our whatever show we were watching.
Valley.
The Valley. Yeah. So again, it just reminded me of like, that's so important to work through this together. And we have been doing this for a really long time. It still pops up. We still struggle, but we're getting better and better every time, which is the most important. It's not perfection.
So for you at home, you want to begin to look at like, where are all those places where we're building walls, where we each have been hurt in a certain way. And it doesn't even just have to be hurt, because I don't think I get hurt by your anxiety. I think for me, it's like I'm inconvenienced, because sometimes there's resentment around, a couple and like work distribution, right? Is like, I've felt like that I'm the only one who cleans the kitchen for years. And so the minute there's 3 dishes in the sink, my resentment comes up. It protects me from feeling unsupported and instead puts me in a place of anger and judgment as a protective measure.
Well, not just to like resentment when it comes to intimacy, especially physical intimacy, like that is so destructive because the closest 2 people can get like physically, like making love, whatever that is for that person, most vulnerable, most connecting, most trusting. And then resentment, right, starts to pile in there because like, now I don't feel safe with my person. Now I don't want them looking. How dare you think that you can like touch me and we can still like make love or have sex when like you keep getting all of these things wrong. And so it just creates such blocks to the most vulnerable, intimate ways we can be with each other. And so I feel like resentment, like working through it is probably one of the most important processes to go through with your partner, but you have to be willing to hear it. Like we were willing to hear it, and I'm not going to weaponize it later. Like, I can't believe you said my anxiety. Maybe now in a later fight, and I'll be like, oh, are you still resentful of my anxiety? It might come out sly. Your relationship can't survive on the leftovers of your time, your energy, or your attention.
That's why we created Grounded in Love, a couples retreat in Sedona, Arizona on beautiful Oak Creek Canyon. It's October 22nd to 25th, which is a Thursday to a Sunday.
This isn't just a getaway. This is 4 intentional days of slowing down, deepening emotional safety, reconnecting, and creating the kind of relationship you've been working so hard to build.
We'll guide you through powerful workshops, private coaching sessions, plenty of powerful experiential moments to connect the 2 of you, and plenty of time for just the 2 of you to enjoy.
We intentionally limited this retreat to 8 couples for a deeply personal experience. We have filled half of the retreat, so we have 4 spaces remaining.
So if you've been looking for the right time to invest in your relationship, this is it. Click the link in the show notes or email us at coaching@relationshiprenovation.com, and we'll set up a 30-minute discovery call to make sure it's a great fit for you.
We'd love to spend the long weekend with you.
So now what we're saying is like, when there's been a discomfort long enough, you build resentment 1 brick at a time. It is protective on some level because it allows you to keep maybe from getting hurt by that. And instead you become reactive, angry, frustrated, irritated, annoyed with it. But the cost is emotional distance, right?
Emotional, physical distance.
The cost is a lack of like real like caring curiosity about, in this case, Tarah being curious and caring about my defensiveness and like why it's there and how I'm trying to work through it. It's me becoming less curious, less caring about her anxiety. It also, enough walls get built. So we got the one around withdrawal. We got the one around anxiety. We got the one around micromanagement. We get enough walls and we stop like playing with one another. We originally started this episode and it was all about like how resentment sort of like squelches joy in your relationship. And we're not going totally deep into that, but that is one of the costs, is when there's enough resentment, you stop enjoying one another.
And so interesting because like we're joyful people. Like when you're not in my orbit, I'm like calling you. I'll say like, that one song, we just called to say we love you. Like I'm a joyful person. So even though we have these moments, like we still, our system possesses a lot of joy. But when those moments happen, like they get etched in and they're hurt. They hurt. And so it like keeps joy, playfulness kind of like in this rigid place instead of letting it be more flexible, if that makes sense.
We don't see the pathways to joy, to happiness, to fun, to playfulness. All we see are all these walls.
And if we could
between the two of us.
Exactly. Yeah.
I mean, the first thing we do, because obviously these walls aren't, they're not actual real concrete walls. They're abstract walls of emotion, of thought, of judgment. We have to identify with our partner, like, where are these resentments?
I know. I'm saying really quick, just to like, I am now going to create a whole resentment and repair exercise in our model, because this is so important. I have like little things around expectations and stuff like that, but I feel like really calling out the resentment piece of it so you can understand what that is.
Yeah. It's so funny because there have been times where like I've been with a couple and I could just like smell the resentment between the two of them. It's just like there.
It's there.
And I'll name it and I'll be like, it sounds like you're resentful about this. And people don't like to cop to resentment. They do not want to admit to, because it's such a heavy word.
The word is heavy. Maybe that's why I don't have a lesson around resentment.
Well, and I think like what happens is people just want to like obliterate the wall. They just want to like come to coaching, and they just want to be like, let's just blow this dang thing up, or let's like build a highway around it. And what we know is you bring that wall down one brick at a time. That we're still working on this dynamic of defensiveness and anxiety. And we did a much better job last night with it than we've done in the past. And that's like one brick, right? Is that like we didn't hold on to it. We didn't totally surrender into our resentments. We're talking about it today. We're saying like, hey, that happened. Let's like process through that.
And can I say something too? Because this is important. When we do I want to just say like attachment work with each other, we like, because yesterday when you got defensive, like at first I was like, but then I like see that little boy part of you that always had to like come back and like be defensive because nothing was ever good enough. And like, I have compassion for that part. So instead of like, there's two parts, like, yes, I'm frustrated and I'm feeling resentful, but I also know like this is EJ's like biggest work he has to do. Like he's defensive for a reason. It's like a survival protective mechanism. So I'm able to hold that. And that's how I'm able to get through it in like 15 minutes. Because what my anxiety wants to do is keep going. I remember I was in the kitchen. I'm like, Tarah, just stop. And then I think about EJ and like this little guy who's just like suffering and he's just defending himself because he does so much and it's still not enough. And so like that part is really important too, which is why we, always do, attachment interviews with each other to find out what it was like for them when they were growing up and what their survival instincts are, their defensive mechanisms. It's going to help understand the resentment piece.
Well, and when you have that conversation with your partner after this podcast today and you talk about your resentment and you come at it from a much more curious standpoint and you say like, help me understand like what happens, that anxiety, that defensiveness, that withdrawal, that overwhelm, whatever it is, like help me understand what's happening for you. You come to understand your partner. And then instead of that wall of resentment, that throwing another brick on that wall of resentment, and the next time it happens, there's the opportunity for an opening of the heart of like, what's happening for you? If I can get better at saying like, okay, like when you see that July, whatever was the last Instagram, like what happens for you? And then even if she says, well, it's just another time that we aren't following through and we're not getting shit done, I can say like, well, what's that like to think that? Because yeah, sometimes we don't follow through and sometimes we don't get it done. Instead of we do all this shit, like we get it all done, And then I think I did do a little bit of this last night. I said like, yeah, I haven't posted. Like I got behind 2 weeks ago. But I take accountability for that and I'll get right back on it. And then this morning I got back on it. It was the first thing I did was I was like, I know this is going to make her feel more calm, more regulated. I'm going to get that Instagram post up for her. Instead of resentment could have led me to be like, fuck that fucking Instagram. It's like fucking stupid. Freaking bad.
Again, it just allows you to go deeper with each other, become more vulnerable, understand your system better, which is what gives us freedom to be who we need to be, whatever that is.
And be courageous. I think this is a big thing I've been thinking a lot about is like, it is a courageous thing to drop my resentment and open my heart back up to Tarah. It really is. It feels that way to me. It feels like it takes like courage to do it. I used to think it took effort. And now I'm working towards, no, it takes like courage to be like, I can sit in this discomfort with you.
Yeah.
So now,
yes,
Tarah hates saying we do homework. We don't give people homework. We give people love work.
Love work, which actually I'm thinking about. This is right now. I know this episode won't air for a couple of weeks, but I would love to do something in our Patreon community, like a free uploading exercise around resentment and repair.
We'll see if we follow through on that.
We're going to follow through. I think it's going to be really helpful since, I know some of you who listen have the Relationship Renovation at Home Manual from Amazon, but there's nothing in there around that in particular piece what we're talking about today. So I might actually create something over the next few days and upload it into our Patreon community. So that way there's like a guide, a structure. We love structure, a guide to that. So I will have that as a resource for sure. 100%.
So your current love work is sitting down in a conversation with your partner, keeping an open heart.
Yeah.
And the first question for each of you is, what is each of your resentments protecting you from?
Oh, I like that. Yeah, instead of naming the resentments, what do you think resentments are protecting you from?
Yeah, I think what we did at the beginning is a little bit of can be for some couples a little much. But I think just talking about what does your resentment protect you from?
What does your resentment protect you from, EJ?
From not being enough. From the fact that, I do mess up. That's okay. My resentment in this case protects me from being like, I haven't put anything up in 2 weeks, and I know that that's important to you, and I didn't do it. What does your resentment protect you from?
Like letting anything fall through the cracks. Like if I stay in this resentful place, then things won't fall through the crack because people will know it's important. Like that.
Like you think in some level it will motivate me to do better.
Possibly. It could be that, or I'm thinking about this now. Like I haven't really asked myself this question. Resentment protects me from like just feeling soft.
Yeah, because when your resentment comes up, you get your
because if I feel soft and I let my guards down, something really bad will happen. And it won't be safe and it will not be okay.
Yeah.
It's almost like it protects me from like death.
You couldn't be resentful when you were a kid. And maybe you couldn't even be resentful with many of the guys you dated before me.
No, I had to be perfect.
But you let that resentment
blossom. For laughing. That's what happens in a safe relationship, people. Yeah. Okay. All right.
And then the other question is, what's one brick that I could remove this week?
All right. Well, one brick I can remove this week is really paying attention to the anxiety and coming in like a gentle way, like, hey, Jay, like I just want to let you know I'm feeling really anxious about this and I don't want it to hijack me into resentment. And so I know you might hear this in a way that's hard, but I just want you to know it's just coming from this and I don't need you to solve it or explain it. I just need you to like be with my anxiety.
Yeah.
Is that a good brick?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I'm going to work on that. Yes.
And my brick is I'm going to take that big old brick and it's right in the middle. That's no, I'm not being defensive.
Oh.
And I'm going to be like, I'm not going to put that brick. I'm going to put that brick down. I'm going to be like, yeah, like I feel defensive right now. Like right away.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, like right now I feel like you're telling me I screwed up and I need to defend myself.
I love that. That gives you a little space before just acting on it.
I'll look through that wall then.
Okay. Here's the people. I love it. You guys know you can reach out to us too if you have any questions about this. Again, I'm going to try to put up a resource. So when this does air, it's already in our Patreon community so you can access it.
Podcast at relationshiprenovation.com.
Love hearing
the biggest
from you.
thing.
Oh my God, there was an email we got yesterday from this listener and he's like, holy F. But he actually said the whole word in the email. He's like, it's like you're living in our relationship. And like, I love hearing that. Like, I love hearing that our own stuff helps other people feel so normal. And that like, were you just in our heads today, last night? Like, that's why we do this. So thank you. Thank you for sharing.
And another big way that you can help us out is subscribe. That's the one thing I'm going to ask you to do today, because I read this statistic, like 36% of a podcast's listening audience are actually subscribers and the rest listen but don't subscribe. And when you subscribe, it puts us in front of more couples who possibly can relate and can get a lot out of this and can build strong relationship together. So if you have not subscribed, just like bam, hit that button.
Is that like
become
on
a
Apple
subscriber
and
on
YouTube?
Apple, on Spotify, on
I
YouTube,
know.
whatever you are.
I've like all subscribed to like my kids' podcast stories, like Mr. Nightmare and crap.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But thank you all so much for listening.
I feel like this was really good.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you guys all. It's just a pleasure to be in front of you every single week. You guys are awesome. We're interacting more and more and more with people out there. We're doing these discovery calls for our retreats, for my men's group, for our coaching program. Yeah. Thank you guys. Cause it's a pleasure to meet. You guys are some great people out there.
Well, and like that you feel like you already know us when we have that discovery call and it feels like so safe.
Because I feel the same. I feel like I already know them. When I know
it like could be someone across the entire world. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I love you guys. Anyway, thank you so much for listening. Take care of yourself. Take care of each other. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Our Relationship Renovation at-home manual for couples is now available on Amazon for $24.99. Check it out. It's going to be so helpful. It's going to be giving you all of the skills and tools we talk about on our podcast. So please go check it out. Your relationship is so worth this.